Let's be real, streaming, making videos, and content creation is a dream job for almost everyone watching this video. If you're anything like me, you desperately wanted to be a content creator, to make people laugh, work from home, and be creative every day without a boss yelling at you. Even though YouTube comments are kind of like my boss and you guys never stop yelling at me. The reason I am here right now doing my dream job, and most likely you guys aren't yet, comes down to a lot of factors. But really just one key factor I found is I was okay with failing. And I promise you, I did fail and I still fail over and over and over again. And if you've seen my latest community post, then you know this last year has been one of the hardest of my life. And now that I say that, there is something far more important than failing if you want to succeed. It's taken me 3 years to learn this, but first, to you watching this video, I kind of have to apologize because this video, it's not for you. This one's actually for me. Hi, future Eljay. I see the hairline's getting far worse than it already is. So why do creators fail? Well, I've always said content creation or being an entertainer can literally be summed up as putting yourself out there to be judged. And being judged is terrifying. And before you say, I'm not scared, well, every creator I've ever met who says that has a much bigger problem than being scared of random internet commenters who somehow manage to send you such perfect personalized death threats pointing out all of your own worst flaws better than your drunk aunt at Christmas. How do they do that? But there is a solution to get over this, a secret sauce to never feel bothered by anything ever again. But first, here's some of my own secret sauce, our sponsor, Own.tv. I want to say thank you to our sponsor, Own.tv. They are a fantastic resource for every single streamer out there. They have hundreds of different styles and graphics to cover your animated overlays, alerts, sub badges, and more for your stream, but they also have static overlays that take up much less of your PC resources, meaning you can let those resources focus on encoding your stream and making your gameplay buttery smooth. I know you're tired of hearing me say the words buttery smooth and talk about PC resources, but it's the most important thing to consider when buying an overlay. We have a link in the description, so if you go ahead and click that and check it out, then you might find your brand new stream overlay pack and you'll help us out in the process. So is being judged good? Is this okay? No, it sucks balls, but that's just how it is. And if you want to be a content creator, then first you need to be prepared for that judgment. And second, you need to get used to it. And the only way to get used to it is to actually create content. But there is a catch to that. You can't just create any content. No, you have to make content and really put your heart into making it good. Because when you're scared to be judged, sometimes you don't put as much effort in. And if you don't put much effort in, it's really easy to laugh off failure and judgmental comments because you can just say, hey, I didn't really try this time. It's whatever. I know this sounds faux motivational and I know it's not easy, but there is something much worse than being judged by others and failing. And that is being judged by yourself. So I want you to ask yourself right now, Eljay, and I guess anyone else who's watching, they can also ask themselves, when was the last time you made something? Maybe a stream, video, short, photo, a drawing. I really don't care what it is. It could be macaroni art for all I care. But whatever it was, when was the last time that you actually tried to make something amazing? Something you can say that you're proud of. Proud enough to actually show it off to your friends, your family, or even to me. Because I think a lot of the time you get wrapped up in thinking about creating and all the ways it can go wrong that you don't actually create. If you are a creator, a streamer, or literally anything at all, you have ideas. That is the fun part, the exciting part. So you start to imagine those ideas and how they'll look in the perfect finished state. And holy crap, you're amazing. Those ideas are amazing. That stream idea turned into a brilliant stream. That video becomes a banger video. That animated graphic is so smooth, so clean, and everyone loves it. But they only love it in your head because it's just an idea. And now you aren't excited. You're scared. Scared because if you go ahead with that idea, it might not end up like that perfect golden god, that perfect shining final form that you imagined it. You set your expectations so high and you are worried you won't meet them. So you keep those ideas in your head so you can't fail. But that is the same as failing. Arguably, it's worse because you don't learn anything from that failure either. It's hard to make good content and it's hard to meet your own expectations, to meet your own standards. It's easy to do the same thing over and over and over because you know it's safe. But if you never make anything, then you fail before you even start. So the question I have for myself, and again, sure, if someone else is watching, you can answer it as well. But if your only two options are failing because you never try, or failing because you tried, made something, and it just wasn't as good as you'd hoped, what are you going to choose today? This one. Pick this one. I can promise you, LJ, every single good thing in your life has come right after failing. Look at this YouTube channel. LJ, this is built on your own failures and learning from them and then sharing them with others. None of those failures bothered you as much as the fact that you were so scared to fail that you didn't even try to be a content creator for yourself until February of 2020. And thankfully, one good friend encouraged you. But that was all it took. One good friend encouraged you to try, and here you are doing your dream job. Failing constantly, but you're getting better. So if you're watching this and you're scared to start, if you don't have that friend to encourage you to click go live, to tell you to write a script or to hit record for yourself, then here it is. Me telling you to do something, anything. Please go take action that allows you to fail. But of course, if being a content creator just means failing a lot, if that's all you needed to do, then we'd all be as big as Mr. Beast by now. And we're not Beastie McBeast-faced, are we? No, and the reason we're not Mr. Beast is that every time you fail, you need to improve something and learn from it. Your stream idea might not have turned out exactly as you had in your head, but the fact it exists means you can watch it back. You can pick something and you can make it better next time. I have an entire thread on Twitter right now where I live tweeted breaking down every failure I made on my shorts until I figured out what worked. That's all it takes. Failing, recognizing why, and then trying again. No fancy ending, no wild brain-changing epiphany, just small steps improving what you make each time. The hard part is you have to actually create something you care about. So go do that. And if you want to take steps to improve and be better, then also try this video here about 32 tips that you can use to improve your stream. Mark yourself out of 32, and if you don't tick any of those 32 off, well then you have a clear action plan of steps you need to improve. I'll see you guys next week.